I'm NichBoy, and this is a first look at Aviary Attorney by Sketchy Logic. This is an attorney game on the PC. I'm guessing it has birds in it. Apparently it's the hottest bird attorney game to come out of the 1800s France scene. I don't know what any of that means. It's currently not completely finished on Steam. They're still updating it and I believe adding some content to it. But I thought I would give it a shot because I like fancy writing and wigs and powder. As always, if you want to just skip to the end and see what I think about it, go to here for the too long didn't read. But if you want to start watching the game, let's do it. It's a house. January 1st, 1848. The Chateau, oh no, Crinier of Baron something. I knew a French game was a bad idea. The frog is dead! Is that Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon Dieu. I feel like I'm offending a lot of French people right now. The pig looking that way did it. Dame Catelyn, what have you done? A cat with claws. Well, we know who did it. Sparrowson. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Pun number 1. Start keeping count. Let's keep this here for the whole time. Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird, falcon? I'm gonna say that's 2. Ugh, too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm gonna put this hand down now. Very French already. Pretentious birds, red wine, murder. It'll be time for that later. We've got business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Did they have junk mail back in 1848? Is that a thing back then? I feel like it was way more expensive to print things then. You wouldn't just print flyers. Maybe you would. Maybe it's like trying to think of something French and 1848-ish that is also just something you'd see on a flyer. Like cheap wigs. Orgies. Just come to an orgy. A bird orgy. I'd get involved with that. All right. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter Dame Catelyn has been arrested for a crime she did not commit, even though she was standing right above that toad. She's being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days. Tim, I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Seigneur Poitiers Demnier of the Demnier estate. Well, this is quite something. You know what else is something? It seems like a cat is hiring a bird. I'm guessing that's... Is she a bird? Well, there was a dead frog. My point is there's a lot of animals in this world that that seem to come from different species that would often enjoy eating each other. I wouldn't hire an attorney I wanted to eat. All right then. I know your first serious client in months. Not just that, the Demnier estate is known for its exuberant wealth. Even we cannot do much for Dame Catelyn. His lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Just in it for the money, Falcon. Just in it for the money. He's not a truth seeker. He wants some of that sweet, sweet seed cash. Well, I suppose you intend on defending Dame Catelyn in court. Oh, what if I said no? Would the game just end? Of course. Of course it would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. How do birds hold anything? You got feet. It's just feathers. How did you build all those bookshelves? What is happening? Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're gonna find our kitty client. I was right, it's a cat. Don't go there. At La Concierge. She's gonna murder you too. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Do birds have butts? Oh, I better file away Signia Demier's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Poitier's letter has been added to your evidence folder. That is my evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking on the suitcase symbol. Nearly forgot my wallet. Wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at New Year's party and at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. I appear to be playing this at the right time. Falcon has picked up his wallet. You may see how much money he's carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. I assume you fly there, right? You would fly there? Like, seriously, how did birds with no hands and no butts make this entire city? Welcome to the map screen. From here, you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Areas marked with the clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Such a lie. You would fly there. That's why it's as the crow flies. It's like half a kilometer from there to there. It would take you probably less than a minute. You're a bird. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Okay, there's no clock symbol on either of these two places. A door. Okay. Le Concierge, for centuries, the infamous concierge prison has... I'm just going to keep saying concierge. I don't know if that's correct. Has detained the accused and condemned alike. And then this is our officers. The sign on the door reads, the Aviary attorney offices, no case is big or too small, no junk mail. But we got junk mail. And I'm still wondering why we got junk mail. Like every piece would have been hand printed. It would have been a disaster. You're lying to me. Birds don't make junk mail. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the concierge prison. Let's just check how much cash I have. 20 francs. Seems like a fortune. A fortune back then. And this letter, requested legal aid. Okay, sure. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the concierge. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. Finest? Do you mean safest? Like best? Or as in like in terms of it's the nicest place to be? Because I would argue, no. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. Oh, okay. Hey, it's another bird. What do you want, says Quark. Good day, monsieur. Is that monsieur? Is that monsieur or monsieur? There's an N. I'm guessing it's monsieur. I'm here to see the Dame Catalin Demure. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, fine, follow me. Alrighty. Still, why aren't we flying anywhere? Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. What's that about? Oh, you saucy minx, you did it. I would take away those furs. She could definitely try to hang herself with those in prison. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Oh, no. Here, I'm a bird. You've arrived. The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Sparrowson's definitely going to take offense to that. Cue offense. Cue offense. Milady is knowledgeable. You're right. I am a tiny, tiny bird. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. She said you were tiny. Stand up for yourself, little bird. Sorry. What? Why Is it don't talk like that? Is it just like, shut up? I don't want to hear from you? Sparrowson, if that is even your real name. My last name is Falcon. Why isn't your last name just Sparrow? My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered, says Falcon, Catalin, but they weren't available at such short notice, so we hired the first people in the address directory. This kitty has claws. Kitty has claws underneath all those furs. Again, weird that she's wearing furs. I guess we're animals, and we wear furs, so that's okay, but like a cat and say a mink are way more related than we are to a mink. Oh, Falcon is not taking that burn well. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Yes, AA. That's funny. That's funny. Let's get down to business. Gonna bang that kitty in the jail cell. Dame Catalin, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a bit brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? Ooh, options. What happened on the night of the murder? Who was there that evening? Did you see anything suspicious? What happened seems like a good question. What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Let me think. It was a Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Crenier, the home of the great Baron Regal. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff, says Falcon? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. All right. So all through dinner, they were talking about how companies... Sorry, the reason I paused there was because I was like, that's weird that they all own a railway company together. Because, again, why would you need that when you could fly? But then I remembered cats can't fly. Cats need to get around somehow. And then I was imagining a cat flying, and I just got distracted. It probably won't happen again. All through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. With a what? Took your what? Sorry, man with a what? Took your what? Camera. It's a very new gadget. Wait, a man? A man? Do you mean like a man like me? Or do you mean like a man cat? As in a male cat? It's human, kitty cat. Camera, it's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. And a man is controlling this? In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology has made... Shut up, Sparrowson. Shut your mouth. You disgrace yourself, sir. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. I think you're right. Pshaw, let me believe. Let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Has it? A photographer named Robito attended the banquet. Did we get his name? I don't remember her saying the words Robito, because I would have gone, that is my middle name. Please continue, Dane Catalan. After we had the photograph, I went to the gardens to get some air. And that's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. He was all ripped open. The housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur and called for help, and the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. Sacre bleu! It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. I don't know what that accent is. Was there something else you wanted to ask? Monsieur Falcon? Who was there that evening besides you and Grenouille and the little imp inside the camera? Dame Catalan, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa, my dearest maman. Couldn't make it. Maman? Maman? Did they mean mama and added an N, or is maman French? John, do you speak French? Nope. And there was Baron Regal, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was. Of course, there was Mr. Grenouille, well, you know, until he died. And there was Monsieur Robito de Robini, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a while. Now we're introducing his name. You got ahead of me, game. I think that was all. Is there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious besides your claws sinking into the soft underbelly of a frog? Dame Catalan, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious, says Catalan. Like maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloodied murder weapon? Like your hands? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. The food, delicious. The conversation, boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Sparrowson, wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. Oh, shit. I did? Quiet, you. Dame Catalan, you said the food was delicious. Bum, bum, bum. But you didn't say what food it was. Sparrowson's an idiot. You and your damn stomach, Falcon. Oh, gonna break that little beak off so you can't talk. Then gonna shove it up the rest of your beak so it keeps shut. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Red herring, very clever. Lady cat. Go on. Shut up, Sparrowson. I was on your side before when you were like being picked on for being little, but now I wish you were dead. Then a marbled steak served perfect bloody rare. Glorious. Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. It is if she started eating frog's legs. Write it all down, please. For me. You can't see it below there, but Sparrison's definitely jerking off right now. Fine, fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Oh, that's funny. Bloody steak rare has been added to your evidence folder. A little less funny. Sparrison, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Or at all. Come to think of it, I did find a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. Oh, goodness. No cutlery even for the steak? Nope. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau Crenaire would have had gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Is there anything else you want to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. What's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have 2 tasks. We should head to Chateau Crenaire, try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Roberto de Robino. 2 days for 2 tasks? Seems doable. Lazy Sparrison, you could get both of those done at once. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Really? You just woke up, you interviewed a cat for about 5 minutes, where you spoke mainly about food, and now it's nap time. You're a disaster. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? You speak like William Shatner. I believe in justice. Madam Dame Catelyn, I believe a fair trial could draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. I don't give a damn what the lady needed to hear. She's a murderer. You might want to work on being less of a, how to put it, fils de pit. If serving justice makes me a fils de pit, then I'll wear that title proudly. I am Falcon, fils de pit, which I'm guessing translates to piece of poo. Dame Catelyn, Monsieur Grenouille, Baron Rickil. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Yes, they are. We should definitely call them Kate, Wee, and Bar. Not particularly. Well, it is for me, Sparrison. I'm just going to start compiling a Facebook so we can keep track of who everyone is. Excellent. Please include pronunciation guides. A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, places, blah, blah, blah. I think I understand. Sparrison started compiling a Facebook. I get it! Facebook! That's funny. An ill-mannered jailkeeper seems to feel disgust for criminals and for animals in general. You're self-loathing. The elegant bourgeois daughter of Seigneur Potier de Mir. She has been accused of murdering Monsieur Grenouille. Grenouille, the froggy businessman who was found murdered at Chateau Crenaire, a colleague of Potier and Roquille. Potier de Mir, the wealthy father of Dame Catelyn. Potier hired to defend Dame Catelyn in court. Sparrison. Falcon, suave, and courageous lackey. What a handsome fellow. I'm guessing Sparrison wrote this. J.J. Falcon, the Aviary attorney himself. Holy crap, there's a lot of characters. Okay. You can access a list of people. I know, I just did that. Let's make a move. Let's go home for a nap. Oh no, we just... Game saves automatically at the start of each day, but you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting save quit. Why am I so tired? We can access the pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner by pressing the escape key. Yes, all basic game things for centuries. I want to go to Roberto Rubini, the up-and-coming photographer, because I want to find out whether or not he is actually a man. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist Monsieur Roberto de Rubini is currently out on an artistic expedition. What a wanker. Artistic expedition? He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means he's pretentious bird brain. Ba-bow! But in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. Yeah, let's disturb the peace. All right, I don't see the harm. Nope, doesn't look like he's in. Didn't see a knock. We should break in. Yes, we should break in. Even he doesn't believe in what he's saying. Oh no, I've lost Sparrison's trust. Maybe? Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. It was a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm biting the door down. Yes! Oh, the bird's gonna hurt himself. Just like that. Shouldn't we discuss this first? Kapow! What in bird Jesus names was that? Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm so confused because it seemed, apparently there's a man. Maybe there isn't, but they said he was a man. They're in Paris. Oh, they're yawning. They're in Paris, a city built by people, obviously not built by birds. Birds do not have the dexterity to make candles and curtains. But then there's bird Jesus. Bird Jesus, okay, here's the problem. Bird Jesus implies there's a normal Jesus, like man Jesus. Otherwise you wouldn't call him bird Jesus, you would just call him Jesus. So there are men here. There's also God and Jesus. But then there's a Jesus for birds. Did he get nailed up on a cross? Was he sacrificed in the same way our Jesus was? And I say our Jesus, but I mean, you know, General Jesus. And I don't mean General Jesus like he was in charge of an army. Moving on. You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized. I didn't see the last word. Well, now we're here now. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very human. Swanky? I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. Oh, this game is making me smile. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Oh, sorry, I felt like Sparrowson was talking all of a sudden. Click on an item of interest. When you have had enough or you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Boom, select an area to examine. This picture, a beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must be taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself or by a bird flying with a camera. What's this picture? I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. If this is a person, and they have a tigress as a picture, there's some kinky shit going on in here. Select an area to examine. I see paints, inks, and dyes. I'm not sure what clear liquid in this bottle is. It's scotch. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit. I gotta click on all these pictures. See a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. Looks more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. What is that argument? I don't know. Maybe it's a bird thing. Maybe it's in Bird Bible. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the castle. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off castle rampart while on guard duty. I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, this is a joke. He got demoted. Sparrowson, don't have time for this crap. Ugh, terrible. Sparrowson, you are a note keeper and a door breaker. You are not a joke teller. This is nearly it. A few more pictures. A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge falcon. See, a man again. There was a fellow and a horse and a man. I don't know if you find this as interesting or / disturbing as I do. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me. How illegal is this? You know, breaking and entry, rifling through a person's belongings. It's cool. We're lawyers. John, give me your sunglasses. It's cool. We're lawyers. Yeah! It's okay, a recently passed amendment allows for proportionate amounts of property damage in the pursuit of criminal evidence. I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials. Sounds like you're starting to learn the finer points of the French justice system, Sparrowson. Sparrowson feels British to me. Apropos of nothing. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. Oh crap, I missed the joke. I missed the joke, I clicked too early. And I can't even click on it again. There's another picture. This is just clicking on pictures, but the jokes are solid, so it's worth it. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. This is just clicking on pictures, but the jokes are worth it. It's a sailing ship. Let's go into the, ooh, a chandelier. A chandelier. You should get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. Oh, bringing the mood down. What's in here? Hey, Falcon, look. What? It's just an easel. No, look what's on the easel. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Catalin, and I think that's Seigneur Potier, Catalin's father. The housemaid is a giraffe in a dress. What should we do? Do we just take this? We should take it. We've come this far, we may as well borrow it. Studio photograph has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? I don't believe so. I think we've done snooping. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. And uh-oh. Oh mon Dieu. What happened to my door? You are not a man. You are a bird, sir. This game needs to work on its nomenclature. Let's lie. I love the fact that I can go really dishonest here. Some kids did it, little weasel types. We saw them. You want to go rough them up? Rough up them weasels? Us birds? Yeah, weasels. They were like, let's break into this art guy's house. Yeah, that was it, them stinking weasels. And we were like, no, weasels, you cannot do that because that would be illegal. And they were like, we chased them off. That's the important thing. Well, thank you, I suppose. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. You'll meet us again shortly. Also, we have your photograph. Somewhere you don't want to know. Right, let's go. A new day. We'll leave it there. Okay, Aviary Attorney. It's exactly what it says on the box in the best possible way. It's a lawyer game about birds who are lawyers, or I guess attorneys. Art style's great, super funny, really charming. Sort of clicking around finding things, that's just standard stuff. If it keeps up the personality and comedy that the game has shown so far, then this is a really solid recommend from me. Super fun. There were a few recommendations on Steam talking about the fact that the game is not finished, and that was, they were saying, do not buy this game as it is not finished. They were saying the game is great, it's just not finished at the moment. As of, I think yesterday, there was an update from the developer saying that the third ending had been put into the game. So there's at least 3 endings in the game now. And obviously, like, even if there wasn't, it would get updated at the end. Super solid, like, yeah, this is great. Check out Aviary Attorney. And while you're on the internet, check out Good Game on Facebook, check out the Pocketeers Facebook group, the Pocketeers Steam group, where you can meet all your fellow Pocketeers and play games together and with us. We're also on Twitter. I'm at NichBoy, Pete's at Pierre, John is at GGEditMonkey. This has been me looking at Aviary Attorney. NichBoy out. It's cool, we're lawyers.